Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hello, it's me again, and today we'll be talking about the Proton Persona MC2 again. I apologize if my contents are always about the Persona MC2, right? But I just can't help it because at the moment there are people asking about the car, right? Because basically I think the Persona is a really good car, and the fact that it costs only below 60k, right? And obviously this is quite a popular car for people who are just looking to start out, right? So I think the Persona MC2 is an affordable car, so that's why a lot of people are looking into this car, right? So they want to know more about this car. I also know that there are a lot of people who have already booked this car, right? So they are waiting for the car to arrive, and while waiting, they are trying to watch as many content as they can to find out more about the car, right? So I guess that's why currently I think there is a lot of demand for the Proton Persona MC2 content, right? So that's why I am constantly trying to make contents for this car, right? Because I personally want to share my experience to those who are interested in this car, okay? Okay, without further ado, let's get into it. So today we'll be talking about this thing, installing the dash cam in the Proton Persona MC2. Okay, so recently there are some questions, people asking me how do you actually install the dash cam in this Proton Persona, right? Because basically, as you all know, the Proton Persona has a USB slot up here, right? As you can see, there is a small opening on top there. So there is a USB slot on top. So kudos to Proton for being thoughtful, installing a USB slot up there, right? So technically, this is where you can plug in your power cable, which power up your dash cam, right? But actually, it really depends, right? So today we'll just talk about what is the best way to install your dash cam, right? Because basically different dash cams require different setup, okay? So I'm just gonna tell you basically there are a few ways to power up your dash cams, right? So the first one, I think traditionally you will just have to use this thing, right? Because usually if you buy a dash cam, it comes with a 12-volt socket converter that has a USB slot in front, right? So this one you usually plug into your lighter socket, right? Like all the cars, they usually have a place where they can light their cigarettes, right? So this one is usually plugged in there. Or newer cars, they have like this 12-volt, like this Persona, there is this 12-volt socket where you can also plug this, right? But the thing with this thing, if you want to power up your dash cam with this socket in the Persona, it's quite how to say, it's inconvenient, because if you are going to put this thing here, right, it means that you have to pull the cable down here all the way down here. So it's quite inconvenient, and also it's quite messy. It doesn't look clean, right? Because the cable is visible, right? So this thing, I think if you have all the cars and the 12-volt socket is located somewhere near here, maybe you can use this. But for the Persona, this thing is not how to say, it's not convenient, right? Okay, so usually newer cars will have USB slots, right? So the Persona has 4 USB slots. Actually, you can plug it into any slots down here, but still it doesn't look that clean because the the cable will have to be dragged down here, so the cable is always visible, so it's not always a good thing. Now the best and cleanest, tidiest way to do it is basically to just slot in the cable here, right? So this one you just need a shorter cable and just plug it in there, and that will definitely power up your dash cam, right? So I think that is the most convenient way to do it. Another way to do it is to basically hardwire your dash cam, right? So hardwiring means you have to connect the cable, the wires to your fuse box, right? So usually fuse box are located somewhere here below, right? The only good thing about hardwiring your dash cam to your fuse box is basically it gives you constant power, like 24/7 power to your dash cam, right? Even when your car is off, it still gives power to your dash cam. Okay, so I think that's the only good thing. But the downside is you will need to mess with your fuse box, right? Because you will have to wire and do some wiring work down there, which I don't recommend because Persona MC2 is a new car, and if you were to mess with the wires inside, I don't think that's a good thing. So you can skip this part, right? There's a better way to deliver constant power to your dash cam, which is with the constant power cable, right? So this constant power cable is usually another cable, so it will usually plug into the OBD socket, which is also under the fuse box, right? Somewhere there, this area, right? So the OBD is a safer way to hardwire your dash cam, I guess, right? It's a safer way to deliver constant power to your dash cam without having to mess with all the wires in the fuse box, right? Okay, so guys, I'm just gonna show you where the OBD socket is. Okay, so as you can see, this is your car steering, and that is where your pedals are. Okay, so if you go down here, and you can see this blinking light here, right? So this is the constant power cable, so it's plugged into the OBD socket, right? So the OBD socket is actually here, somewhere here, right? So yeah, that's how you power your dash cam, with the OBD constant power socket. Okay, so this OBD socket will basically give you constant power to your dash cam, which means that your dash cam will be able to run almost all the time, 24/7, right? If your dash cam have the a full surveillance or parking protection, whatever features, right? So that's good. If your camera, your dash cam has that 24 hours protection or parking protection feature, it's good to always hardwire your dash cam. But of course, as I said earlier, hardwiring means you have to mess with the cable, so that's actually not a good thing to do. So the best way is to get yourself a constant power cable kit. Okay, so that kit will be plugged in the OBD socket, and you will have to connect this wire to the constant power cable kit, right? And that will power up your dash cam 24/7, right? So now the question is, which way is the most suitable way to install your dashcam? Should you plug in your dashcam to the USB slot, or should you use the OBD socket? Both ways are actually good depending on what dashcam you have. Okay, so what I have here is the Garmin dashcam, right? I have the box here. So what I have here is the Garmin Dashcam 67W, okay? And this dashcam is recording at 1440p, and it has a extra wide angle lens, okay? And the best thing is it has some sort of like a parking protection feature, right? So it means that when you park your car, even when the engine is off, this thing will still be recording, right? To give you extra protection. Okay, but it depends on you, whatever dash cam that you decide to get, right? Personally, I have the Garmin, but for Persona users, I don't really recommend this dash cam because it's quite pricey, right? Because Garmin stuff are always pricey. Basically, I got this from my brother because my brother had this dash cam in his CX5. So recently he has gotten himself a new dash cam. Alright, so he gave me these things, right? So I got this like for free, and I'm glad that I don't really have to buy myself another dash cam, right? So it's good. But for people out there who don't want to spend like thousands for a dash cam, right? You can always get the more affordable ones like I think the 70 mi is really good, especially the 70 mi A500S, right? So that's a really good dash cam. I think it's also affordable. You can get it on Shopee like 400, 300 to 400 depends. And also sometimes it comes with the set, right? It comes with a combo where you can get the dash cam and also the rear camera. So it comes with the front dash cam, the main dash cam, and also another smaller dash cam for the back, so you can record both in the front and also at the back. So that's a pretty good deal. But with this one is only just a front dash cam which only records the front. Okay, so I think the 70 mi A500S is a good choice, and also that dash cam has also like a, I think, a parking protection or like a 24-hour surveillance, something like that, right? So yeah, that's about the dash cam. Okay, now let's explore the options. Okay, so where should we install the dash cam? Okay, so what I think is, if you want to use the USB slot up here, right? So if you are thinking to use that USB slot up there, that means you only want to use the dash cam to just record your journeys, right? Because obviously if you plug here, if you plug your cable here, this dash cam will only turn on if your car is on, right? So basically when your car is turned off, this USB slot will not be able to deliver power to your dash cam. So as soon as your car is off, this USB slot is also cutting off the power to your dash cam. Okay, so it means that when your car is off, this dash cam will also be off. Okay, so this thing is good if you are just wanting to like record your journeys, right? You only want to record while you are driving, okay? and nothing else. You don't need like the parking protection, and you don't care about the 24-hour surveillance. You just want to record while you are on the road. Okay, so if that's the case, then the best way to install your dash cam is just to plug in the power cable here to the USB slot, and you're good to go. Finish. It's done. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, but if you want to have, or you want to fully utilize the features that is on your dash cam, let's say you have a better dash cam that has a lot of features, right? You want to fully utilize those features, then plugging in your dash cam to the USB slot is not a good idea, because basically you will not be able to use the 24-hour surveillance, because basically your dash cam will turn off once you turn off the car engine, right? So the 24-hour surveillance won't run because there is no power. So in that case, you will need a constant power to power up your dash cam, and the only way to do that is basically to hardwire your dash cam to the fuse box, or use the constant power cable and plug it into the OBD socket, right? So that's the only two way to do it. So basically, if you have a dash cam that has a lot of features and you want to fully utilize those features, you will have to power up your dash cam with the constant power connector kit, right, which connects to the OBD socket below, because I believe that is the best way. Okay, so when you connect your dash cam to the OBD socket, that way your car will have constant power, and even when your car is off, the dash cam will still be able to record, right? So it's gonna record 24/7 as long as your car still has battery. Okay, but the only issue with this OBD socket is that some people say that it might drain your car battery, right? So I'm not sure if that's true, because I don't think like a dash cam uses that much power, right? So unless maybe you didn't start your car for a long time and this thing continues to run, so maybe your car battery will drain out or something, right? But if you're driving like every day, then I guess that's not a problem. Okay, so yeah, so this dash cam that I have here has the parking surveillance or parking feature, right? So I want to fully utilize it. Okay, so now you may be asking me, why am I plugging my cable here into the USB socket, right? Because I want to fully utilize the features on this dashcam. Okay, but actually this cable is just running here and then entering the opening here, but it is not actually like a plug into the USB slot. Okay, I'm just using this opening to reroute my cable. Okay, so basically the wire goes here and it actually runs upwards here. Okay, so it actually goes underneath here. Okay, so it's not actually plugged into the USB slot. It's just, I'm just using the opening to hide my cable, right? So the cable actually runs on top here and it goes down to the side, right? So I believe the people who installed the dash cam in my car, I think they run it to the side here, which is through this rubber thingy, right? I don't think they open the airbags, right? Because I think they run it here through the door. I think there's this one rubber strip here, right? This rubber strip. So they run the cable down here, and then comes out here, and here is the OBD socket, right? So it just, so yeah, and then it connects to the OBD socket down here. Okay, so that gives my car constant power 24/7, right? So my dash cam will be able to record whatever's happening around the car 24/7, right? Okay guys, I rumuskan dalam bahasa Malaysia pula. Okay, so basically kalau nak install dashcam, boleh guna USB slot kat atas ni. Okay, tapi USB slot kat atas ni ada kelemahan tau. Dia tak boleh supply power 24 hours 24 jam dekat dashcam ni. So dashcam ni akan mati time you offkan engine. Okay, so sebaik saja engine tu dah off, dashcam ni dah tak berfungsi lagi sebab dah tak ada power. Okay, so kalau awak jenis yang just nak record time driving je, okay, and you tak kisahlah nak parking surveillance ke, you tak nak yang feature yang apa tu 24 hours protection, you just nak record time kereta berjalan je, okay, boleh. You just install dekat sini je, dashcam kat sini. Okay, you just power cable dia, you just cucuk kat USB slot atas, settle, dah. Tak perlu banyak fikir, tak perlu bingung lagi. Okay, tapi kalau you jenis yang beli dashcam yang banyak features tu, yang you nak dapat 24 hour surveillance and you nak parking protection apa tu semua, okay, kalau macam tu you orang kena pakai cara lain untuk bagi power dekat dashcam ni. Okay, so recommended korang pakai yang connector, constant power connector tu lah. Okay, yang dia cucuk dekat OBD socket. Okay, OBD socket tu kat bawah sini. Okay, dia terletak kat bawah sini. So kalau you nak constant power yang dia bagi power 24/7 dekat dashcam you, supaya dia boleh record sampai bila-bila kan, as long as kereta you orang ada bateri, dia akan terus record time parking, tengah malam, parking dekat jalan raya ke mana-mana, walaupun engine tengah off, you masih boleh recording lagi. Kalau you nak feature yang macam tu, you kena connect dashcam ni dekat OBD socket menggunakan constant power connector kit tu. Okay, so biasanya barang tu adalah jual dekat, rasanya dia orang ada jual lah asing-asing dekat apa tu, mana-mana dashcam pun ada kot. Kalau tak ada, kat kedai aksesori yang pasang dashcam tu confirm ada. Okay, so itu je lah guys, ni je yang I nak sharing hari ni. Okay, so yeah guys, I guess that's about it. I hope this information is useful for you, right? Because I know there are some people asking how should you install the dashcam in the Proton Persona MC2. It actually depends on what you want to get from your dashcam. If you just want a simple feature, right, just recording while you are driving, and also if you have a simple dashcam that doesn't really have all those fancy features, okay, then all you need is to slot in the power cable here and use the USB slot there, right? And if you have a dashcam that has a lot of features and you want to fully utilize it, then the best way is to reroute this cable up here down to the side, and then use the OBD slot down there. Okay, so yeah, but in order for you to use the OBD slot, you will have to buy the constant power kit, right? There is a separate connector that you have to buy, which you have to slot into the OBD slot. So yeah guys, that's about it. I hope it's clear now, right? So you won't have any confusion. Okay, I want to personally thank all my viewers, because recently there are people subscribing to my channel, so I'm really grateful, and I hope that my contents will help those who want to buy the Proton Persona, right, and also those who own the Proton Persona, and hopefully this info will like give you extra knowledge or information about the car. Okay, so yeah guys, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the near future. Take care. Bye bye.